Today on the channel, we unbox AEW Series 4 Matt Hardy. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for an AEW Series 4 by Jazzwares review of Matt Hardy. Look at me making it really wordy there. But yeah, AEW Series 4 Unrivaled, Jazzwares, Matt Hardy. We're unboxing it here today on the channel. We're also going to take a look at a very similar but different Mattel version. We'll compare the two, see which one we like better. We'll see where it goes from there, but we'll do it like we normally do. We'll show pictures of the packaging, open it up, talk about it, and all that fun stuff. And remember, for these AEW figures, make sure you're picking them up at Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. So let's take a look at this Matt Hardy figure. Matt Hardy is no stranger to the action figure market. You longtime collectors like me, we know Jakks made a ton of the Hardy Boys back in the day. And we're talking tons. Classics, deluxe classics, regular Ruthless Aggression, Ring Rage, deluxe aggressions, you name it. The Hardy Boys were made in it, and then that continued into Mattel's. We got many a basic, many an elite of Matt Hardy, and now Jazzwares picking up from where they left off in the old Jakks days with more Matt Hardy figures. I gotta think we're gonna see the big money Matt Hardy in a suit one of these days, and with the new Unmatched collection from Jazzwares, we're gonna have even more figures out there, so I gotta assume there's gonna be a cycle of a few Matt Hardys every single year, and I know a lot of people, a lot of collectors out there love Matt Hardy, so they probably say, bring on the Matt Hardy figures, and I'm all in. I like the looks of this one. This is a very, very solid piece looking at the packaging so far, but let's unbox it. But first, before we unbox it, let's take a look at the packaging on it. So by now, we're all familiar with this packaging on the AEW figures. Very reminiscent, like we always say, of the old classic Superstars days. So we like that a lot. You got AEW up at the top. Got a little glamour shot over here on the side, which I think is really cool. It kind of wraps around the packaging. AEW Unrivaled right there. And then you got, of course, Matt in there looking broken Matt Hardy. All kinds of extra hands with this one. And Vanguard 1 I see back there. So we got some accessories, a little hologram action. A very, very cool pack by the looks of things. On the side, you got his little glamour shot down there. He is number 31 in Series 4. So for those keeping track at home, AEW logo right there. AEW on the side here. There's the rest of Matt kind of peeking around the box. And, of course, the back. Got the whole AEW Series 4 lineup down below. AEW logo right there. Watch Dynamite on TNT. AEW logo up top. Then you got a glamour shot and an autograph of Matt Hardy on there. I will note, a little bit fuzzy. It's not the clearest Matt Hardy picture. That's kind of strange to me. I think a better picture would have been better, but at the end of the day, I don't know. Not many people display their on-card figures backwards, that the picture really matters that much. But I just noticed that looking at it. It's not the clearest of photography pictures. This represents Dynamite 3/18/2020. I have to assume that is his AEW debut. I'm pretty certain that's the case. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what this represents. So that was very cool there. On the bottom, too, of course, you got all the warnings and all that. Hidden on the bottom, that's where it should be. Gets it cool for the lawyers, but we don't have to look at it. So, very cool. I love the packaging on these. You guys know I'm a longtime Jakks Classic Superstars fan, so I love packaging like this. It just brings me back to those days with the black and the gold. A really cool nod to the past, which I think is really neat. I know we've talked about that before as well. But without further ado, let's open up old Matt Hardy. Let's see what all the fuss is about with this one. I don't know if there's a lot of fuss, but it sounds fun to say. Boy, if I can get them open. I haven't been good enough to open these things real clean yet. I know there's some people that open up clean, but I got a mint-on card set I got, so it's not that big a deal to me. But man, I'm decimating this packaging here. See you later. There's no going back from this one. There's no piecing it back together. No, we're getting him out. Getting him out of that plastic prison. There it is. Look at this mess. See you later. Get out of here. Got stuff everywhere. Oh, we're even locked in a little bit. So we got Vanguard 1, and we got the hologram. Man, next level. Next level. And little plastic prison shots on those. And we'll open those up in a second. One thing I forgot to mention when we were looking at the in-box pictures. No different than a lot of these Unrivaled figures, these AEW figures. They're wrapped in plastic on their arms, on their face, stuff like that. That really does take away from the mint unbox experience to me. It just looks weird when you look in. It looks like he's got like garbage bags around his, clear garbage bags around his hands. I understand they're trying to keep the paint, keep everything good. There's got to be a better way to do that. Obviously, we don't want staining issues. That's no good either. But it's just kind of annoying, but it's a necessary evil, apparently, at this point, or at least they assume, the creators of the toys assume that. So that's just one caveat I thought I'd note in my review here. And then there he is in the plastic prison. Look at all those hands. You know me, I'm not a huge hands guy unless they're just really must-have hands. I don't mind these with Matt Hardy. He's got a lot of crazy hand gestures these days, so a guy like this deserves extra sets of hands. When it's just a fist and a few other generic ones, that's where I kind of run into some issues with hands. I wish they would save that money for something else down the line. But that's just me. So there it is. Let's get him out of this old plastic prison. There it is. See you later. All right. He's right out. Oof. Oof. So I noticed this right away. He's got an extremely loose arm. Dangerously loose arm. That's a little frightening, guys. I'm worried to take this plastic. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, but that is a very loose right arm. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced that or if you've seen that yet, but that is a little worrisome. Let me pull these off. There we go. But I gotta say, a solid figure. But boy, that elbow joint where it meets, very loose on both arms. I would like to see that much, much tighter. Hopefully, it's not just me that gets that. And gosh, we got plastic wrapped around the legs as well. You know, I love that attention to detail and the care for the product, but it doesn't look good in packaging, like I said earlier. Boy, all around the waist as well, man. They really strapped him in. He's like a bubble boy at this point. These are always harder to get out. Can I get it? I will say this one also smells overly plasticky. You know, it's a new toy. It should, I guess, but, you know, that'll dissipate over the years. But boy, that arm really makes me nervous. If I was a kid playing with these, I guarantee this arm would break off. That is a little disappointing, but there he is. I love this one, though. I love the red in the hair. The head sculpt, face sculpt on this one is next level. I mean, you look at this, you know exactly that, hey, this is Matt Hardy. Just extremely, extremely solid. You guys know I do like my soft goods, preferably in robes and stuff like this. But this works to a T. I think I like the plasticky robes much better on one like this. You know, sometimes the soft good robes get a little too biggy, too bunchy on the figure. This works perfectly. I know there's some customs out there and some third parties you can buy those robes. If you do like soft goods, you can get that option as well down the line. But I am totally cool with this one. He does got a little bit of big feet disease, a little of that Hangman Page big feet disease, at least for my eyes. I don't see any issues. Outside of the elbow, on both of them, they're both dangerously loose, I feel. I don't see any other issues, so that's really good. You can obviously take this jacket off him, and I will do that in the old Glamour Shot pictures. But a very, very solid figure. Pretty good for Matt Hardy's first Jazzwares figure. I don't know if you could go wrong with this one. Very cool. You know, we can't use stands with these figures yet. Ringside Collectibles is supposedly making stands for these AEW figures. Jazzwares is. Somebody is. They're going to be sold hopefully sometime in 2021. These will not work on the traditional Ringside Collectible stands. However, with his big feet, he stands just fine. You don't even need a stand for him. So that works out just swimmingly, we'll say. Let's pull out this. Look at this. Got head articulation on this one even. I think that is extremely solid. I like that a lot. I wonder, can we do this? How's this look? Look at that. I don't know if anybody's thought of that idea. I just thought of it on a whim right here. I'm sure somebody has. But this is an extra set of heads. So you can put that and you can put his regular head up on Vanguard 1. Look at that. How about that old switcheroo there? Obviously that doesn't look good. This is kind of cool though. I mean, it's kind of like one of those Bizarro Hardy videos he would have or something. I mean, there's people could do some stuff with that, I'm sure. But I do love the interchangeable heads and joints. They're so easy to maneuver and move around. I think that is extremely solid and really next level. Very cool. But I love the motions. You can move this thing around and all that fun stuff. Uh-oh. Got to cut him out. Do I have scissors anywhere? Oh, luckily I do have my trusty scissors right to the side. Hopefully I can get him out of here. Maybe. Well, maybe. Without cutting my fingers off. These are very locked in pretty good, actually. Come on. Jeez. Alright. I think I'm out. I thought I was out. Jeez. They got Vanguard 1 strapped in like you would not believe. Which, we always say it's... You hate it in the moment, but it's good because it protects your toys. See you later. So, very cool. Obviously, this is a drone, as you guys all know. Does he fit on the bottom? There it goes. There it is. Look at that. There it is. Very, very cool. You guys know we did have this with Mattel. I think it might have been Network Spotlight about a year ago. We got the Matt Hardy with the boat in Vanguard. It was paper instead of like a nice articulated thing. So this is definitely a step above Mattel's. You got to call a step above. And speaking of comparison time, here is a very similar Matt Hardy. I believe this was from the 2020 WrestleMania set. I believe that is correct. Look at that. Same concept. Obviously, it's just kind of different. Instead of the red hair, he's got the blonde, white instead of the reddish black. Very cool figures, both of them, but no doubt in my mind, and probably 99.99% of everybody that's watching this Jazzwares blows this one away. A lot of people weren't sold on this head scan. They were using a basic head scan on this Hardy back in the day, swapping it out. This head scan is pretty bad for as far as Mattel goes. And this one is just next level. Just absolutely next level on this Hardy figure. I can't say it enough. This is a very solid mat. The only issue I have is the two elbow joints being extremely loose. A little scary when I take this robe off. Oof, hopefully nothing breaks. But that's the worst of it. The Vanguard 1 is amazing with the extra head. The swappability of the heads like that I think is a really, really cool feature. And it really blows away this Mattel one. I love Mattel Elites. You guys know that. Obviously behind me I love Mattel Elites. But all day long, this Matt Hardy is the one to get. I'm sure you guys would agree with me. You guys can let me know in the comments. But there it is. AEW Series 4 from Jazzwares, the Unrivaled series, Matt Hardy. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this AEW Series 4 unboxing video from Jazzwares. Leave me your comments below, your thoughts on the set. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to follow me on social media, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, and then SirPaul64 @SirPaul64 on Twitter. And for the whole AEW crew, I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.